see, there is no Kelly at the moment. She had a sweet tooth and had to run out real quick to pick up something to munch on during our street today. So, we will get to Chrono Trigger and make her at least give it an honest try and see if she can at least see why an RPG might be right for her. It was kind of my idea that she tends to, when she tries new games, struggle with things that require quick timing, things that require moving precisely in space, and also sort of being forced to make snap judgments or decisions. So my thought was, a lot of old RPGs are turn-based. You can sort of stop for a moment or choose the settings to make it to where you get to wait your turn and actually make a choice. So I thought we'd try that. And what better game to start with than what I kind of figured is the best one, Chrono Trigger. Just that way, she's played the best of my opinion, but she might open her eyes to other RPGs and try something. Or at least she has the best example of an RPG and to know for sure if it's something she likes or not. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and just play a little Turrican. So Turrican is this side-scrolling shooter, futuristic-looking thing. I played it a lot as a kid, and no, it wasn't on Super Nintendo, it was on an Amiga Commodore computer, and it's exactly this and also it's just kind of a wild game. Precious on settings. We're going to go ahead and just jump into it. Power up! Change it, so you have the game audio is an echo. That could be a mixture between the Elgato and... Okay, good. Alright. Tight. Alright, cool. Have you ever played Turrican before?
this?
This is Turrican.
Turrican? I've never heard of this one.
It is a game that I originally played on an Amiga Commodore computer, which is the first computer my family had. I guess it also came out on the Super Nintendo, and I must have added it to the Super Nintendo because it didn't come out on the Super Nintendo Classic originally. So
that's what you're playing off of right now,
yeah,
the NES or SNES Classic.
That's right. So now that you're here, and Nick is here too.
Yeah.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
We are going to get started with coffee and Chrono Trigger.
Yes.
Would you like to go get your coffee real
yes.
quick? I will find the game.
Alright.
And hang tight, Hartwood. I'm going to open a window because it feels a little hot in here. You weren't here, do you at all?
Yeah, but of course I was just like
Out.
Yeah, and running and all that.
Yeah, that's fine. So, Chrono Trigger is widely considered one of, if not the best, role-playing game. Hartwig, how far are you in Chrono Trigger right now?
Nick!
Don't yell.
Well, I am sorry, but he's starting to try to attack me.
Well, you got a tasty treat. Don't be too surprised.
Go.
Stop blocking that screen. Okay. So, this is Chrono Trigger. It is a role-playing game. Be nice to that dog.
Yeah.
We do abusing our dog.
You son.
Be nice to that animal. He's a good boy. So role-playing games. They are usually story-focused. It's a lot about, especially older games, it'd be like, you start off in the town, something prompts you to leave the town, which spawns or twists into a wider adventure you sort of find yourself tumbling into from a story standpoint. And then it usually goes in like an order of like, okay, we visit this town, we talk to certain people, that prompts us being aware of a dungeon. We have to go, exploring it. And then the dungeon will have puzzles and enemies and a boss. And that'll compel the game forward like that.
Yes. Sort of like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, that's a role-playing game.
Yeah. So, I just saw a giant frog on the screen, and I got excited.
You sure did, yeah. So, what you're actually looking at now here is, I showed you the cinematic from the PlayStation 1 game. That cartoon, and that's sort of what you're seeing right now. Just little snippets of there's that skeleton boss that they showed in the scene.
So would this be considered an 8-bit or 16-bit game?
16-bit.
Okay.
So the distinction between 8-bit and 16-bit is basically like the difference between an NES game and a Super NES game. I don't remember the specifics of why it's called 16. Whether it's like 16-bit is like the different range of color there to be in it, or if it was about like the granularity of the pixel. I forget exactly, and it's been too long since I've thought about it. But all that said, this is your adventure. So one thing to note is that role-playing games this era usually had something called active time battle, which is basically like you'll have a weight meter until your turn, and then your turn will hit, and then you'll be able to choose an input, whether it's like attack, defend, magic, item,
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking
if
about.
you do active, it means that once the enemy's meter fills, they can jump in on and do an attack before you place your attack.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Okay.
If they do weight, that means they do it in sequential order and don't let the enemy sort of skip a turn to jump in and do it. So I'll let you choose about which one you want for that.
Okay. So, I guess weights.
There's no shame here. You don't need to feel like you're playing it like the most, like, by the numbers version of this, alright? So,
All right.
If you want to do weight, let's do weight.
Let's try it.
If you want to change your name, that's fine, but,
Oh, nope.
Chem, no.
No. How do I go back? What do I do?
I think you just need to press a couple more letters, and then it'll go back to the beginning. Kemmel.
Kemmel, that's my name now. Oh my god.
Hi, Kemmel.
It's not letting me do it.
Let's see.
You're sucking at this.
Yeah, I'm... Okay, B is erased.
All right.
There.
Let's try it again.
I don't know, kind of like Kemno.
That'll be my nickname from now on.
Kelly in all caps. Kelly!
May as well be myself.
You are quite dramatic.
Yes.
You need the added caps.
Yes.
I am actually really interested to see how well you fare playing this. Not because I think it's a difficult game type to learn how to play and do well in, but more because I've noticed you've... My perception has been that you struggle a lot with games that require quick timing.
Yes.
Because you don't play a lot of games, so it's not like you memorized all the button names
Well,
or
right.
their placement at a given time. So like something like Until Dawn or Man of Medan, the times I've asked you to try,
Yeah.
you've gotten pissed at
I know.
because you get frustrated at not actually like hitting the mark with the inputs. Or something like Portal. Like, I know you understand and appreciate the concept of like jumping through portals and stuff, but the timing of it and
Yeah.
moving in a 3D space was always complicated for you.
Oh, yeah.
So, sort of keeping that in mind here, this is the kind of game where, you know, you'll have battles, and since you chose weight, you'll be able to think about it and make your choices with each turn. And other than that, it's really more about exploration and hitting the right thing to prompt the story forward.
Okay.
And finding the story interesting. So,
Yeah. Okay, so I
So, a few things. I think you have to walk up to a person to talk to them and hit.
Luca. I like that name.
Then just hit start. Nick, get out of there.
Nick!
Come on. Good boy. So, a few things. To walk up and talk to someone, I think you just basically walk to where they're at and hit A, and it'll prompt them to say something to you.
Yeah.
Okay? Stuff within the landscape or space can have that done too sometimes.
So sometimes you can walk up to like a couch and hit the prompt action button and it'll say something. Or like sometimes there will be doors with locks you have to unlock, so you walk up to the key card and hit the button and it unlocks it and stuff like that. So
now where do I go?
you want to go to, what did your mom say? Something about the
Luca or whatever?
Luca. So you want to find a house.
Okay.
So if you see the way that houses are sort of set up there,
Yes.
if you walk up towards part of it, there it is. That
Market.
part's the market. Mayor's Manor. So if you keep looking, Truce Inn, we'll probably eventually come across one that's her. That's the fair,
Okay.
the Millennium Fair she was talking about. There's a few more houses up.
Okay, so...
Down to the up until go up. Residence. So try that. Doesn't look like it, but you can talk to these people and see if they have anything.
Luca says she's made the discovery of a lifetime. Okay. I guess that's it.
That's probably it for this house. Some RPGs, if you walk up to a bed, any bed, and hit a button or step inside of it, it'll ask you if you want to sleep.
Oh, there we go.
And then you just sleep over the night and you get your health back. And here's Poindexter's house.
I guess this is... Alright. I guess it's her? Oh, nope, that's Luca's off at Lane Square with her father, Taven, unveiling her new invention.
Okay, so we need to go to the fairgrounds.
That fairground.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to guide you in the right direction when I can. Understand something. It's been a long time since I've played this game. So there are probably going to be lots of things that I'll be kind of fumbling along with you as we go along here.
Can I change my name?
Why?
I don't know. I mean, Kelly's a boy's name too, but
What are you gonna change it to?
I don't know. I'm trying to decide what he reminds me of. I mean, Luca is a girl's name.
Chrono's not ideal.
Chrono's fine by me. I don't know how to do this though.
Well, you can't change his name. You'd have to start over.
Oh,
You can do that if you want.
no, it's fine. I was just thinking. For some reason, I was thinking he was going to be a she. I don't know.
For what it's worth, Hartwig, when he played this, he called his main character Kudos.
Kudos.
And I think he named the rest of the characters of the game after Futurama characters. So,
Oh.
but yeah, part of the fun is exploration in these kind of games. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's
What
just
the hell is this?
it's poking around, interacting with stuff, see what happens. Can you move, or are we just watching?
We're
now?
just, yeah.
We don't have any points, I don't think.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to find this girl anyway.
Luca.
Oh, didn't mean that.
Hit B to go back. There you go. I also think there might be a run button. Yeah, so if you hold B, you
Okay.
this looks what?
This looks cute.
It is. Honestly, the visual style and look of it is part of what's really kind of charming about all of it. The simple facial expressions and sort of brighter color palette helps a bit.
Oh. Are you it? Oh. I guess so. Wow.
Can you move now?
Oh, I can.
I think you need to pick up the pendant and give it to her.
Okay. So where's the pendant?
It flew to the top right-hand corner there on the ground.
Oh. She's in my way.
And remember, you can hold down B to run.
I love how she jumped and gave a startled look. I love the expressions of cute little 8 and 16-bit characters.
Mm-hmm. What? Jumping?
Yeah.
For joy? Marl.
I like... this is what I like. Speaking out. And,
She too will be Kelly.
yeah.
Call her Carl.
No.
Change the end to C and be done with it. Marley?
Yeah. I think that's a cute girl's name.
Well, that's fine. It's always fascinating to me because some people are really precious when they play these games about keeping the characters' names their intended name.
Yeah.
You know? And some people just don't care whatsoever. Growing up, I would always change the protagonist character to me, and then leave everybody else the same.
Oh. Where are you, dork?
No time to talk. I'm just sitting down for my lunch. What's that pink thing right there?
This one looks like the Cheshire Cat.
Looks like a bag to me. Yum, tastes like chicken.
All right.
You're such
You're
a pig,
Kelly.
Kelly.
Oh, I want the cat. Come here. I want the cat.
It made a fun noise.
It did.
Like a squeak toy.
Luca's robot battle trainer. Collect silver coins or something like that.
Or something like that.
Gato, I have no join, speed me up, and earn 15 silver points. Okay. Item. Pendant? Now what do I do?
I don't know where you're at. Or you're in the menu.
Oh, okay, so...
I don't know where you're... Oh, you entered a battle.
Oops. Well, what am I supposed to do?
Well, number one, stop rushing. Remember. So, attack or item, okay? Attack is just a basic, you're gonna slash your weapon, okay? And then, attack is gonna be like if you have any special moves. You're too early in the game right now, so you're not going to have it, okay? You'll learn more as they come. I guess for now you're gonna want to hit attack. Oh, you won.
Oh, okay, so what's the attack again? I just hit... Okay, I hit A.
And then at the bottom you're just selecting items from the menu options as they pop up.
Okay.
Okay?
That was fun.
So now you have the currency for this fair. A little bit of it. I don't think this is where you need to be, though. So we're going to want to go back. Remember the run buttons B.
Oh, there's the cat. I want the cat.
I assume you don't want to leisurely stroll through all this.
No, and I want him out of my way.
What do those dweebuses want?
They said they're still setting up. Why don't you come back in a while? Ooh,
So
cool.
let's just try talking to more people here. That's not because I think that's where you need to be at. But typically in our RPG, if they're blocking you from where you need to be, there's usually like a person you need to talk to or an activity to do to prompt the opening up of the next sequence. So we want to just be talking to some people and poking around and seeing what will allow that to open up.
Yeah. Oh, where's my cat?
cat's name? Kelly.
Yes, I like the cat's name as Kelly.
I bet you do. G is the actual like money currency.
Okay, so do I want that?
I don't care. It probably doesn't matter.
Alright.
I mean, there's stuff in this fair I think you can collect at some point if you spend the time to earn more of the currency.
Yeah.
But it's not like critically important or anything.
Charms, weapons, pendants, and other rarities.
What's that one? That pig-looking person.
This one?
Yeah. Okay, that's never mind. Okay, there.
Okay.
So maybe it was just waiting for you to try to talk to enough people or
Yeah.
dink around with enough activities. Oh. Marty.
No, not Marty. Marley.
I read Marty.
You're a Marty.
I can be your Marty.
Can I leave now?
I'll try.
There we go.
Do you want to read anything?
It's yes. That's from my beautiful daughter Luca.
I don't know, you skipped like 3 windows of dialogue.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, again, the point of these games are the story.
This girl's a doofus.
My memory might fail me a little bit on this, but one thing you've noticed and I've noticed while I've played Final Fantasy 3 or 6 is a lot of the dialogue hasn't aged well. Because it's filled with a mix of like ye old English coupled with 90s lingo and slang. And this game, I feel like the verbiage, the language is all consistent.
Yeah.
You know? It's not like explicitly dissonant with the style or a mishmash of different languages or something like that. Man, that name is going to confuse me this whole time.
Marley?
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. It's your game, and it's, you know, you should change people's name if you want to. It's just, you know, I played this so long ago that these characters' names are burned in my brain, and so seeing their dialogue assigned to a different name feels kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I know. I bet. Nope.
I love how him working the machine just looks like him beating with a hammer.
Yeah.
She looks like she's like gearing to shoot a gun.
Oh, she's teleporting.
His hands up in the air. Show's over, folks. Nothing happened here.
Yeah.
it's sitting there.
Okay, so I assume I have to get that.
Probably not a bad idea. Pretty ballsy thing to do.
Yeah.
Watch somebody disappear into a time warp and just be like, oh, fuck it, I'll save this person I just met.
Yep. That is very noble. That is trippy.
That looks like the visualizer from an old CD player that would play on the TV.
Yes.
Actually, that used to be what I did with my PlayStation 1 half the time. Because I didn't have a CD player in my room at the time, so the only way to play music was to do it on that.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh. No, battle time. So, you're done. Okay, hit start for a second. I don't know what you're moving around with, but you're flying all over the place when your menu options show up. What are you touching?
Just the D-pad.
Okay, well, so take a breath, and when it's your turn, look at the options and figure out what. Because you also need to pay mind to your health, too. Okay? Hit attack, there, and then once you hit attack, it will give you the cursor to select which enemy you're attacking. Okay? So, like, if there's multiple enemies there, you'll have the option to choose which one you want to point and focus your attack on.
There we go. Alright.
Are you moving?
Now I'm moving.
Hit X, maybe? Okay, go to the items section. Okay, there's no health. Alright, great. Okay, well, I guess let's keep moving.
Alright, as soon as I can find... maybe it's this way?
I think you just need to walk towards some place that looks like
There we
there's an
go.
opening. Now, this game, there are going to be plenty of fights you have no control over, but there are some fights that you can sort of like walk around. Okay. I'm not sure why they're still able to hit you. I thought we chose wait so they wouldn't attack you until you made your turn.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this... Hey, level up.
Well, that's okay. That's a hump I think you can get over.
Alright.
That's a chest, so if you walk up to it, hit the action button. There we go. Go back to your menu. The tonic is like the potion, the health item.
How do I get to the menu?
X.
X.
So go to the item section and use the tonic. Hit it again. Then select U.
Okay.
Hit A.
I just have to hit A. Oh, okay, I see.
Then you hit B to back out of the menu.
Alright.
Okay. Let's keep walking. Again, don't forget that you can run.
Yeah, I'm just trying to...
I understand, it's going to be a long game if you're not running anywhere. So now you got that super move, or that special move. So if you go to tech, that cyclone attack will be sitting underneath that tech menu.
Okay.
So select that on this turn, go to tech, select cyclone, now hit A. Now what you saw was the two hands show that it targets multiple people.
Oh, okay, I see.
But you also saw under MP, it went from 8 to 6. Okay. MP usually stands for like magic or mana points. It's the resource you use to cast spells or use abilities in this game. So Notice anything familiar about this?
Yes, it looks just like the place we started.
So, one thing here. If we go back to the menu, when we're in this open world space where you're able to walk around freely like that, you can save anywhere when you're in that space, okay? That pencil and paper area is the save button, so
Okay.
you just hit A until you get there. Now you have your save spot here, okay?
Okay.
So if you die, this is where you'll be last saved from. You'll have to pick it back up from here.
Okay. All right.
So that's another fast about this game, is usually you want to be able to save whenever.
Okay, so I guess I don't go over there.
So you've got some options. You could talk to some people in the town.
Okay, so market. Okay, do I do anything here?
You can. It's a shop.
Okay.
So wait, where are you?
I don't know.
Okay. So you're in a shop right now, okay? Just so buy, sell, or equip. So you selected equip for some reason here. If you hit buy and hit A, it'll give you different things to buy. At the bottom, you see where the numbering is blue.
Yeah.
That's showing you what it is doing if you equipped that item instead of what he has right now. Okay.
Okay.
So if you bought that and equipped it, it would go from 9 attack to 11 attack.
Okay.
Okay. So hit A to select it,
Okay.
hit A to buy it, and then we could hit B to go back, and then I go down to equip, and then I can select that, and then equip it while we're in this menu.
Okay.
That's all that was. Okay. Similarly, could buy one of these as well. I might be more inclined to say to get some extra tonics, just because usually you're going to run into places where you are in rough shape.
Yeah.
So I bought 10 tonics, and then these heals are for like status effects, like you're poisoned or other kind of ailments that don't directly cause harm to you, but can hurt you in battle. So I did that back to you. Just remember, in any menu, to back out of somewhere, you hit B. Okay. So you'd probably poke around and talk to people if you want, get a sense of where you're at, and so remember, you started off in a place that was pretty peaceful, calm, and there's a parade festival going on. What are you talking about? It's the year 600. So that's meant to tell you that that was a time warp and you went back in time. You already knew a little bit about that because of the fact that we sort of talked about this game off and on before deciding to try streaming it. But most of these games, that's how you sort of eke out parts of the story by talking to people. The dialogue gives you context clues about what's happening.
Yeah.
In this particular case, you want to head towards that castle.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Do I go through
There's
here?
an opening there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love this music.
Yeah, it's good music. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
I would tend not to use that unless you're fighting multiple people.
Alright.
Because otherwise you're burning your magic points.
I used it, just a minute ago to fight off a whole bunch of them, or, you know, there are like 3 of them or whatever.
And that's fine, but I was only pointing out that since you used it on one, you burnt magic points on sort of a wasteful enemy. The other thing I should have told you is that you can always, at any time, go to your menu and use an item. So it might have been helpful for you to use a tonic there, since you're so dangerously low on health.
Okay. Now, why did he hit me when it was my fucking turn?
Because even though we chose wait as the option, it's still letting them attack when...
It's still being an asshole.
Well, that's... Again, we're going to have to just learn to get better at menu navigation for battles, okay? So, since we died, good thing we saved. So, we're going to choose that. And one thing we might want to do is go ahead and use one of those tonics. We're also going to go over here. Let's see. So it's trading power for speed. I think let's get this really down. Okay. So. So, same deal. You don't want to make your way through this sort of forest area. Be mindful of how much health you've got left during and after battles, and whether or not you need to refill your health. Be resourceful with these special moves. And to be clear, I thought that was a fine use of it for that one.
Okay.
But also, generally speaking, I find in RPGs, items that restore your magic points seem to be harder to come by sometimes. So, in some instances, you'll want to refrain from using special moves, but you don't have to, because it's easier to come by healing from certain items. This
Yes. Yay. This would be beautiful to hear in actual orchestration.
Well, I've actually played it on my phone a few times in the kitchen. The soundtrack's actually on Spotify. Both the original soundtrack from this game, that's the old beeps and bloops. So one thing to keep in mind when using that attack is that it's going to show you how many pointed hands people will actually affect in the attack.
Okay.
So you gotta keep an eye on that too when you're selecting it to see the range of enemies it's going to hurt.
I got fucked off.
So, a few things. Don't forget, you can use items in battle. And there are going to be times where it makes more sense to stop attacking and focus on using an item to bump your health back up so you don't die and get a game over. Same thing with stopping here. So stop here and hit X to go to the menu. And go to your items. And go to tonic and use one. Go ahead. So, now you can back out. But just remember, like, every time you die is a game over where you've got to go back, start from your last save, and retread that ground. Okay.
The monster dropped a shelter. Is that supposed to mean something?
Yeah, but we'll talk after you take care of these. Shelter is an item, okay? Basically, whenever you're at a place where you can save the game, you can use a shelter and it'll heal everybody in your party and restore all their magic points.
Okay.
So you can keep exploring if you want to, but up there I think is your exit.
Yeah.
You just came here.
Okay, so do I go back?
No.
Alright, so where do I go?
Well, what's in front of you?
Oh, wait. Oh, I see. I didn't even get to the castle.
Check out that hair.
Shrimp. I wonder if that was a commonly used term back in the 7th century.
I don't know, but that probably is the first line of dialogue where I thought to myself that feels a little out of place.
Yeah. Very nice.
Downstairs and to the left. I'm guessing up those stairs behind them is where it's not.
Like right here?
Past the king.
Oh,
That's what I assumed. There's stairs to the left and the right there. See that?
yeah. No, I'm trying to figure out where I'm at.
There were stairs over there.
I was trying to, and it didn't trigger anything.
So,
There we go. Spinning wheel.
yeah, I think that's just background stuff. I
Alright.
don't think you're getting anything out of there. Keep going right. Okay, there is a chest there. Do you see it?
Yeah. That's
I
right.
think you might need to get in front of it.
Oh.
You already took the money out of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Usually in RPGs, if it says something like that, you need either a special item or a certain character in your party to unlock those things. So
Oh.
there's a door right down there.
Oh. Oh.
Just talk to her. Okay, so this isn't where we need to be, so we can go back down.
Well, where the hell do I need to be?
Explore.
I thought I was supposed to go to bed.
Well, that's what he suggested. You gotta remember, these games, they're about just like looking around in areas and seeing what we can find, and that's part of the enjoyment of these games.
Yeah.
You know, just like, there's the Chancellor that she just talked about. I wouldn't follow him.
Okay.
I think you need to find the Queen. So let's try it here. Doesn't look like there's anything in here, so let's get going. There's a chest there. Let's get that. Health, that's nice. Right? No, I don't see anything anymore. Okay, so let's look here. There we go. I think we're in the right place.
Here she is.
Uh-oh. There you go.
Alright, so now what?
Well, I would leave, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Before somebody asked you what happened.
Yeah. Of course not. No, I'm not sure. Doofuses.
Oh, Luca.
Look, she said she'd be back when she figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Princess Nadia. That was an interesting reaction.
Well, they've got limited ways to
Yes.
react. I mean, to be fair.
Yes.
What do you do? Break the game?
You can see. I thought it was just a scene cut.
Well, the only problem is that I think it would have kept moving by now.
Yeah.
Well, this might be as good a time as any to call it here. I can troubleshoot and navigate this issue we're having with this. If it turns out that the save file's corrupted, the worst I might have to do is maybe play the game and catch us back up to where we left off.
Yeah, I don't think we were that far anyway.
No,
so.
we weren't. I guess before we sign off, initial thoughts.
I thought it was fun. I like the 16-bit games. It was sort of like another type of Zelda kind of a game.
It's sort of in a not dissimilar track.
Yeah.
I mean, Zelda's obviously more action-oriented. I think if what I would challenge you with is broadening your view of what you're supposed to do in between the little like story beats, you know, and be more open to looking around and talking to people. I would focus more on talking to people than scrutinizing the background for now.
Yes.
You know, because I saw you sort of like, you know, checking around different parts of the walls and stuff.
Well, I didn't know what I was supposed to do.
I know.
That's the problem.
I know. It's, you know, I understand things that come more second nature to me in this stuff. You're still getting acquainted with for the first time. But I do think, this type of game, role-playing games, are probably more in your wheelhouse than some of the more action-oriented stuff. Or some of the more naturally current kind of stuff. So I feel like this has potential for being something that you might really get into.
Yeah, I think once I get used to it, I could certainly do it.
Yeah. So we're going to call it for today. Thanks to anybody who watched here this evening. And we'll do this again next week.
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Peace.
All right, bye.